and welcome back to my channel. I am really excited because I've got a new camera, a new vlogging camera. It's the Canon Ixus 265HS. Now, it's quite an old camera, but I am on a budget at the moment. I really want the Canon G7X, but I can't afford that. That is ridiculous. So I've been recommended this camera by someone else who uses YouTube. And so I'm testing it out basically, because before then I was using my Sony hand cam, which was great, but it wasn't full HD, and this camera is, and it's quite bulky, so you would feel quite self-conscious when out and about sometimes, possibly. Or I was using my iPhone. So I thought what I'd do today is do a couple of review shots, so maybe you could have a look at them, see if I've got my money's worth. I bought the Canon second-hand for about 60 quid. So I'm quite happy with it. It's a bargain camera, and so I'm just going to test it out with stuff. So basically, first up, what I thought I would do is just talk to the camera. One of the things I noticed a lot with the iPhone is, although the image is crystal clear, because it's a phone, it doesn't have shaking stability, I don't know, but so I'm just standing here holding the camera up, talking, and then you can see how much it's shaking or if it's not shaking, and then I'm going to do the same with the other camera. Okay, so now I'm on the iPhone 6. As you can see, the image quality is great, but I've got a feeling that I'm using a different arm because my arm got tired using the other one. So it's still fresh because this one would have been shaken by now. But you can see I'm just standing here talking, and you can check out the stability of it all. Is it steady? Steady. Do you know, stabilization, something, words, technology. I'm so rubbish at this. Now, although I'm not reviewing my Sony camera in this video, I have noticed that one of the biggest faults with my Sony camera is the microphone is placed at the front, which is amazing. It gives great sound quality if it's facing you. But sometimes you're not always facing the camera. Sometimes you want to turn it around and talk to someone else. So this is testing out the microphone with it not facing you. The microphone is actually on the side of the Canon, so this shouldn't really distort it that much, where with the Sony you could tell straight away that the microphone wasn't placing like in front of you, and it's annoying. Okay, very quick one now because I've just introduced what I'm doing. So I'm going to turn it around now, and you're going to see the sound quality for this. It's really weird because when I'm on Bay TV, and they mic you up, they ask you to do sound checks and just talk into the mic, and it's the weirdest and hardest experience ever. Just to talk about nothing when you have to talk is hard, but la 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 la. This is me filming outside in the shade and in the sun. The sun has just gone in, but yes, so this is me outside. You can hear the sound, you can hear the quality, and you can see the wheelie bins, which I'm gonna angle it back like that again. So yeah. So this is me outside talking. That was me in the shade. Once again went to go stand in the sun, and it went away. Once again hiding the wheelie bins, so go back this way. And this is me talking to the camera again. Should have made a script, should have known what to say. This is weird. This is me in extremely low light. This is me in extremely low light. I guess the only thing left to talk about is the battery life of the cameras. I can't think of much more that really I take into account when wanting a good camera. Besides obviously the size, which this is the size of this camera. It's my iPhone. I take it everywhere with me. It's very natural to hold and to use. It took a long time for me to get used to my iPhone 6 though, because it's so much bigger than the iPhone 5. The image quality to an iPhone 6 is much greater than an iPhone 5, so I do have to stress this is a 6. Not bragging or anything, it bankrupted me, but you know, just saying that I don't think a 5 is as good quality to film, I don't think. But you know, that's something you're gonna have to account for if you have a lower model iPhone. The battery life. Basically, an iPhone 6 is like any other iPhone. When you use it, the battery life does not last very long. I've done a couple of films with my iPhone, and I've only ever done them when I know I'm out for a couple of hours. I don't film that much. I only probably film about 10-second bursts each time unless something quite big happens. And by the end of the day or evening, my camera is depleted. It's not something you really want to use all the time, because if you use your phone a lot like I do anyway, the battery's going to go on itself anyway, and then when you're filming it, you're just doubling up the speed to how quickly it's going to go. The quality is great, the sound quality is usually good. The stability is the biggest problem with an iPhone, I find, because I realise I've got quite shaky hands, and an iPhone doesn't compensate for that. Also, the battery life does not last very long. The battery life for this camera, it's not bad. It's roughly on a full charge between an hour and 15 minutes, maybe longer, depending on how you're using it, of like continuous filming. It's smaller than the iPhone. It's incredibly lightweight. It doesn't affect, it goes in your pocket and you don't notice it. It is fantastic. The playback function is great. It's also got Wi-Fi capability, so I can send the images straight to my iPhone. It's a normal size SD card, so it can go straight into my laptop, where sometimes if I take many videos on this, it takes a while to import. Sometimes it crashes. It can be a bit awkward where that just goes straight into my laptop and it's done. The only problem with both of these devices is my Sony Handcam has a breakdown for me. It tells me how to the minute how much battery life I have left, and it also tells me to the minute how much storage I have left on my internal hard drive, which is in the camera itself, or an SD card if I'm using it. So it tells me how much footage I've got left remaining and how much battery life I've got remaining. Where this, it's just until you use the space up on your phone. It depends. I think this is 16 gig, but it's already quite full. So I always have to make sure that I've got enough space left to even do a vlog, which can be quite difficult. And the battery life is just a percentage thing on your phone like usual. This is literally just 3 bars at the top. It doesn't really break down to how long that is, how short it is. I know someone who uses this and he says once you get down to 2 bars, you know you don't have long left, which is quite worrying, really. But I haven't had that much of a problem with it yet, but I haven't used it that much yet. But I do love my Sony camera for that, the fact that it does actually spell it out for me how long I've got left, how much filming I've got left, where neither of these do that, which is the only function I really, really miss. This camera is full HD. My Sony camera is not, and the only thing I'm a little bit concerned with at the moment is it doesn't capture the lighting very well. So even though it is actually got, it's better quality overall, because it's just a digital little compact camera, the lighting has to be good for it to pick up on average, or else it actually looks incredibly pixelated. But overall, as a little travelling camera, it's good. And the iPhone as an emergency or very quick vlog is also very good. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope I've helped you. When I was looking for my vlogs, I actually would turn to YouTube for review cameras, videos, whatnot. They were much better than this and well more thought out, but I hope I have helped you out at all. Thank you. Bye-bye.